In this episode of Music Without Theory, we're going to talk about the effect music can have on memory and how music can be used to keep the brain active. There's a song right now that stimulates my brain like no other song at the moment, and it's called Feed the Fire by S.G. Lewis. You're so familiar, like I've been here before. It's so... There are a few things that stimulate the brain in the same way that music does. In a previous episode called Why We Like Music, we talked about how different areas of the brain are stimulated when we listen to music. Essentially, when our brains are listening to music, we are giving them a full body workout. But what effect does music have on memory? Human memory is the ability to preserve and recover the information that we have learnt or experienced. How many times have you forgotten to drink a cup of tea before it's gone cold? Or forgotten a line in a song? But research shows that music can actually play a really big part in helping people create more robust memories. A study from Harvard researchers at the Music and Neuroimaging Lab has shown that singing along to lyrics can be really helpful to people recovering from a stroke or a brain injury that has affected the left side of the brain region. This is the region responsible for speech. Because singing originates in the right side of the brain, the study showed that people could learn to speak their thoughts by singing them, gradually dropping the melody and eventually moving back into regular speech. How amazing is that? In another study, two researchers, A. Bard and S. Sampson, used popular music to examine musically evoked autobiographical memories. They conducted this with patients who had brain injuries. In the study, the researchers played extracts of chart-topping songs taken from within the patient's lifetime. The study found that music was an effective stimulus for eliciting autobiographical memories. Hearing the music was much more effective than verbal prompts. In another one of our past episodes called Creating Emotion, we talked about how music can be used to evoke different emotions in people. The close relationship between music and emotions also has an effect on our memory. It's well documented that stress can be a common factor when it comes to forgetfulness, and listening to music can often decrease our stress levels. A 2020 overview of research into music therapy stated that music can reduce our stress levels in 4 ways. Lowering our heart rate, lowering our cortisol levels, which is the body's main stress hormone, releasing endorphins and improving our sense of well-being, and distracting us from what is causing the stress. Take classical and ambient music types, for example. These genres are renowned for their calming properties. A University of California study showed that scores of Alzheimer patients who were doing memory tests greatly improved when they were listening to classical music. And let's not forget playing music too. As well as all of the above, neuropsychologists claim that musical training increases the amount of grey matter in the brain and deepens the connections between the left and the right hemispheres. So not only is listening to and playing music a lot of fun, it also stimulates our memory in the process. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Music Without Theory. If you have, give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to know what special song is linked to a memory for you. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time.